Spencer.
Thank you, Justin. And it's so nice to be back and see everybody in person, including the very nice man in the lobby who was convinced that my name was Bryce. And he was so excited, didn't have the heart to break it to him, but I guess the cat's out of the bag now. So I am, in fact, Spencer Charters. I lead strategy and product development for Corus Entertainment. If you don't know Corus, hopefully you do. We are the leading pure-play media and content company in Canada with an unbelievable foundation of content and brands. And being the pure-play media and content company in Canada means that we have the responsibility and the privilege of focusing on what it takes to grow a media business in Canada. And so for the last few years, we've been really focused on the market opportunity in streaming. We've heard a lot of conversation today about the growth that we're seeing in this space and the growth that we continue to expect. And so we're seeing massive growth in the number of households that have streaming services, the time being spent with digital video content, and the advertising investment that's following those eyeballs. And so we're very clear as a company on what it's going to take to grow our business over the next 5 years. And we're equally clear about where we want to focus, which is on building a portfolio of premium ad-supported streaming services that offer content both live and on demand. And we believe this addresses a real market need for audiences that want greater choice and flexibility and affordability in how they access content, but also for advertisers who, to this point, have largely been locked out of the streaming ecosystem where the top five streaming services have been predominantly ad-free. And so Corus has been incredibly purposeful over the last few years about putting more content in more places, and we think the results really speak for themselves. So it all started with the Global TV app, which is our authenticated TV Everywhere service. This is targeted at TV subscribers who want to get access to all of our best channels and on-demand stacking content in one place, and it also offers free catch-up content. And we're incredibly proud to be able to say that this year the Global TV app is seeing more than 700,000 monthly active users in an environment that is fully ad-supported. Now, since 2019, we've been seeing incredible success with Stack TV. It's really been a runaway success for us. Stack TV is targeted at cord cutters, cord shavers, and cord nevers who want to find another affordable way of accessing 13 of our best channels and all the on-demand content associated with them. And we're similarly proud to be able to say about Stack TV that today more than 600,000 Canadians are paying $12.99 a month to subscribe to this service, again in an environment that is fully ad-supported. And we're just getting started. We couldn't be more excited about the announcement of Pluto TV. Pluto TV is the global leader in FAST. Pluto offers hundreds of channels in a FAST-style environment, in a TV-style environment, with an on-demand offering that, again, is fully ad-supported. So I hope you're noticing a trend here. Under one roof at Corus, we have three clearly differentiated, fully ad-supported streaming services that are giving audiences new ways of accessing content, but also giving our advertisers new ways of extending your reach and your impact. Now, Pluto is the product of an incredibly powerful partnership between two very innovative companies in Paramount Global and Corus. We're so excited about what Pluto brings to the table. This is a proven product that exists in so many markets around the world that is backed by the powerhouse content of Paramount Global. And because we have a partnership with Paramount Global in Canada for Global and other networks, later this year you're going to see some really interesting things that we can do from a content standpoint. And best of all, this is a technology platform that is being invested in and developed for more than 30 countries around the world. So on day one in Canada, when a user opens the Pluto app, they're benefiting from that global scale. And we think that's something really critical for us as we compete in an increasingly global world. Now, Corus is going to do a lot in Canada to augment the Pluto platform, and this is why this partnership is so powerful. And a big shout out to the whole Corus team that's here today in the back. So a couple things that we're going to do here. all of the local content that consumers expect from Corus, you'll see in Pluto. So we'll be pulling together a selection of channels from Corus Studios across the kinds of genres like food and home and kids that you would expect from Corus, plus 14 live streaming news channels that represent markets across the country with a single national channel. We'll be leveraging the full weight of our marketing megaphone to ensure that the launch of Pluto TV is a success, and of course bringing to bear our industry-leading sales team and the relationships and the expertise and the trust that's required to launch and scale a new streaming service in Canada. And so we really do believe that this is a game-changing moment. Pluto TV brings together the best of everything that you value about television in terms of the content and the brand safety and the impact with the targeting and precision of digital. So for those of you that don't know Pluto well, I'll spend a few moments on what that platform is. Pluto, as I said, is the global market leader in FAST. This was founded in 2014 with what at the time was a somewhat contrarian principle. At a time when every major company was launching subscription-based, ad-free services, Pluto went the other direction and launched a completely free, ad-supported streaming TV product. And that's the core of the value proposition. That is exactly what makes Pluto so powerful, is that it's free. And it's not just that it's free, it's that it's frictionless. There's no login, there's no subscription, there's no registration. The moment that you get into Pluto, you're seeing content and you're seeing ads. And it's the simplicity of that value proposition that has made this such an incredible product around the world. Now, I get it. I know that this looks like the obligatory chart of impossibly large numbers that you see at every conference and every presentation. But take note, 70 million people around the world are using Pluto TV every single month. 70 million people today, every single month. And that's an incredibly powerful and sticky platform, and that comes out in the engagement numbers. Pluto thrives on connected TVs. It works best on the largest screen in the home because it's a passive TV-like experience. And the engagement numbers that you see globally really bear that out. On connected TVs, the average session duration is more than 2 hours. And that's helping to drive more than 4 billion hours of viewing on an annual basis. Now, the great news for advertisers is that because of the very unique Pluto ad experience, which is TV-like, the view-through rate is more than 95%. So your messages will have the kind of engagement and impact that they deserve. Now, these are the kinds of metrics that give us great confidence for what is going to be possible in Canada, and all of that is going to begin and end with the content offering. Now, there's a lot more that we're going to be able to share in the coming weeks and months, so this is a bit more of a teaser trailer than a theatrical release, but what we know today is that on launch, Pluto TV will have more than 110 live channels, more than 20,000 hours of content. We're talking about a scale and scope of content that puts it on par with the other leading streaming services in Canada. And that content will span all the genres and recognizable genres that we know Canadian consumers recognize and love. And I should note that it will also be available in English and French, so it's a bilingual service from day one. Now, at the center of this experience is the notion of safety and brand safety. And so I hope that it goes without saying that, of course, as Pluto's partner in Canada, we're going to be abiding by all of the advertising rules and regulations and privacy laws that you've come to expect from a company like Corus, and that you know that you can place your investments in Pluto with confidence that it is a trusted, safe, reliable environment. I would like to speak for a second about the ad experience. So Pluto does look and feel like TV in that in the live channels, you will have somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes of ads an hour. Now, what doesn't look like a traditional TV experience is that ad load is dynamic and it can evolve as people interact with content, and that ad load is addressable. Every single ad on Pluto is served dynamically and can be targeted down to genres or users, whatever makes the most sense for your campaign. And as the exclusive ad rep partner in Canada, we're going to give you all kinds of interesting formats and ways of engaging with these audiences through both direct and programmatic channels. Now, as I said, in the coming months, we'll be speaking to many of you, and we'll share some really exciting information about the launch date, more details on the content offering, which we know you're super curious about, and also the sales packages and pricing and how to engage with Pluto. But if you take 3 things away from this presentation today, please let these be those 3 things. Number 1, Corus is very clear on the power of multi-platform. We have made a commitment over the last few years to put our content and brands in more places that audiences want them. And what that's allowed us to do is build for this community ad-supported audiences at scale that bring together the best of what you want from TV with the targeting capabilities of the digital world. And Pluto TV is just the latest, greatest example of that for Corus, and we truly believe that this is a game-changing moment for Canada. We talked so much this morning about Netflix, and when's Netflix coming? This year, we are going to launch a completely free ad-supported streaming TV service with 110 channels of premium content that from an advertising perspective is fully addressable. This is the future of TV that we've spent all these years talking about, and we're so excited to share it with each of you. Thanks very much.